Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with episode number 2 of my category spotlight series that I'm doing here on the channel. So every week, every couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing one of these videos where I'm going to sit down and share with you guys some books from my Harlequin shelves. Pretty much all my bookshelves are Harlequin category romance shelves. So I'm doing this by not just picking like random books like, oh, this book, and this book, but I'm trying to give it a little bit of order, if you will, and I'm picking from a different line every time I sit down and do one of these. So last week was the first video, and it was on the American romance line, and I picked 2 books to show you. I will circle back around. So when I'm done going through everything, I will circle back around to American Romance and pick another couple off the shelf or whatever. So we can do this for a while, guys. I have a lot of books. It's kind of a really weird way of doing a bookshelf tour. So let me know if you guys do enjoy these, because I can do one of these like every week. I just don't want to overload all of you with videos, because I legitimately have enough that I have enough video ideas that I could probably put out a video at least 6 days a week. So let me know if that's too much or if you guys are really enjoying seeing this. So, I have actually 5 books. I decided to up it to 5 books. I did 2 the first time I did this video, when I did the American Romance, but now I'm going to up it to 5, and I think I'm going to do 5 every week. Just to kind of, again, give you a little bit of a variety, if you will. So the Harlequin Blaze line, it is my favorite line from Harlequin. I miss it. It's no longer around. Much like the American Romance line that I talked about last week, it's no longer being published. This line ended in 2017, I think, and I really enjoyed it. It is, of course, on the spicier side. I mean, it's called the Blaze line. But I always found it to be really fun. Some of the books were very tongue-in-cheek. They were playful, they were flirty. I mean, they were adult, they were sexy, let's be realistic. But they were fun, and that's what I really liked about them. So the first one I want to share with you guys is one of my favorites, and this is Jinxed, and it's by Jacquie D'Alessandro, the great Jill Shalvis. You've got to put the great Jill Shalvis in there, it's not just Jill Shalvis, and Crystal Green. So this is a set of 3 interconnected stories about 3, friends and a cookie shop. And they all find romance because Valentine's Day bites, it says at the bottom. This one is not available as an ebook, to my understanding. I believe Jill Shalvis' story is. So if you wanted to just look up her story, you could. And it is called Together Again. I think you can pick it up for Kindle just on its own, but I think that's why this has not been released on digitally as like a full book, because Jill Shalvis retained the rights to all of the books that she wrote back for when she wrote for Harlequin, and has been republishing them, I guess, personally or what have you. So they can't release this as a digital copy in a full book. But I mean, I hunted mine out on thrift books because I had a copy, and then during my big purge of getting rid of books 5 or 6 years ago, unfortunately, or more than that now, 5 or 6 years ago, this one unfortunately was one of the ones that ended up slipping out of my hands. So I got a new copy of it, and I was able to find it on thrift books. So it's a really, really fun story. Blaze did a lot of these like little anthologies of 3 books. I mean, these are not long. They come in at 200 pages. So an anthology of 3 books and 200 pages, it's a quick read, you guys. It's a quick read and a lot of fun. The next one I want to talk about is a couple of these. I have them on my shelves, but can't lay hands on them right now because the shelves are a mess. So I'm going to pop pictures up. So the next one I want to talk about is one of my favorites, and I have not read it in years, and a part of me really wants to reread it this December. And this is called Come Toy With Me by Cara Summers. This book came out in 2008. Oh, sorry. This one came out in 2007, and it's number 303 in the Blaze line. So Come Toy With Me came out in 2008. And it's number 427, it says here. So this one is so much fun. So just let me read the back of this one for you. So it says, Rugged Dino, yes, his name is Dino, Navy captain and special ops agent, has the family sight, but even that couldn't have prepared him for his hungry reaction to Cat. Toy store owner, smuggling ring suspect, and his new charge. Only Dino can't believe the sexy woman under his protection is a crook. Not when she can plan to kiss hot enough to melt all of his good intentions. So it's a great Christmas story. He's kind of protecting her and also finding out, is she part of the smuggling ring? Like it says, she's a toy store owner. It takes place at the holidays. I mean, come on. This book is so much fun. I believe it's also available on audio, and you can get it as a Kindle edition as well if you want to read it digitally. The next one, I had to show this one because I decided to pull some authors that some of you romance readers might be familiar with who didn't know that they wrote some category. Jill Shalvis is one of them. A lot of people are surprised when they hear that the great Jill Shalvis wrote category romance, and she wrote a lot of it. She cut her teeth on it, like a lot of authors actually do. So the next one I have here, no idea what prompted me to pick this book up at the thrift store, is Body Check by Elle Kennedy. That Elle Kennedy. The Elle Kennedy who wrote the Briar U series. She also has those new ones out, Good Girl Complex or something like that, but that is this Elle Kennedy. She's actually local to me. She is from the Toronto area. But this is, to my understanding, her only category romance that she's written. Like, it's the only Blaze that she's written from what I could tell. But, yeah, this is number 458, came out in 2009. And it's a hockey romance, you guys. It's a hockey romance. Hard body, check. Awesome night in the sack potential, check. Haley is breaking out of her good girl mode. It's time for a one-night stand, and she's found just the man for the job. She spent her childhood being dragged from rink to rink by her hockey coach father. Now Hayden craves stability. I can talk. And she's determined to get it. After this one night, when hockey star Brody sees the sexy brunette at the bar, he's riveted. He's ready to shed his bad boy ways and settle down. And after a mind-blowing night in bed with Hayden, he knows she's the one. Now all he has to do is convince her. So doesn't that... I haven't read this one yet, to be honest, you guys. Sounds really good. I need to get to it sooner rather than later. But yeah, I wanted to point this one out when I saw it on my shelves. I'm like, okay, yeah, that Elle Kennedy. Because again, I wanted to showcase that there are some authors that you all might be familiar with. And I know I've been asked to do this video. Talk about, you know, I bet you didn't know that they wrote for category. Like Debbie May Comer and Nora Roberts and Sandra Brown. And, you know, there are some really big names in the romance genre who got their start writing categories. So everybody's got to start somewhere. And I'm not saying that these are bad books. You know that. You know I love these books. But it just goes to show you that, you know, they're fantastic. They're fantastic. The next one that I want to share with you, I think is perfect for this season. And I highly, highly encourage you to please go and read this book. It is hands down probably one of my favorite Blazes. It's in my top 5 Blaze books. And this is kind of what sparked my, I mean, I've always loved Halloween, but this really sparked my interest in a Halloween romance that's not paranormal. So the book, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it right now, is called Her Halloween Treat by the great Tiffany Reisz. Yes, that Tiffany Reisz. Again, bet you didn't know that they wrote category. She wrote 3 books for the Blaze line. This is the first one. It is it's book 1 in the Men at Work series. So she did the trilogy. So the trilogy takes place at Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas. And this one was so much fun. The book ends, like, I don't want to give too much away. It ends with a wedding. It's not the wedding of our main characters. It's actually, I think, our female lead's brother's wedding. And it's an 80s Halloween themed party wedding. I mean, come on. So, again, let me read the back of this for you. So, it was a devastatingly dirty trick. Joey just found out her boyfriend of 2 years is married. What a dick. Joey knows her best chance to get over one guy is to get under another. Of course, heading home to her family's remote cabin in Oregon poses some challenges in the available men department, it says in quotation marks, until she discovers this cabin comes with its own hot handyman. Holy crap. Chris, when did her brother's best friend turn into a hard-bodied pile of blonde, bearded hotness? He's the perfect Halloween treat and a surprisingly dirty rebound guy. For a couple of weeks anyway, except that Chris has other ideas, like proving to Joey that this blast from the past is a whole is a lot more than a naughty Halloween hookup. This was so good, you guys. I mean, this one was so much fun. And Tiffany Reisz, she writes some very, very steamy books. She does an entire series where I think there's a priest main character. I have not read that series. I read a lot of her other stuff that's more gothic in nature, but I've really, really enjoyed like those books. So yeah, I absolutely recommend that you check her out. Also follow Tiffany Reisz on Instagram because she's a delight. She has 2 cats and they're just charming and it's wonderful. She's absolutely fantastic. So yeah. And then the last book I'm going to show you is the last book that came out for Blaze, as well as the first book that came out for Blaze. So this is Notorious by the great Vicki Thompson. So I'm going to flash up a cover here. This is what the original first book looked like. Again, I have it on my shelves somewhere. I don't know where it is. But they put this one out as a commemorative edition when Blaze ended. Back in 2017, and I had to get a copy as soon as it came out because it's a collector's edition. And can we talk about the cover just for a second? Yeah, okay. So do love me a cowboy. So like I said, it says read the story that started it all by New York Times bestselling author Vicki Thompson. So again, this is the first Blaze book and the last, and I wanted to show it to you guys. Keely has always been a little notorious. A confirmed wild child, she shocked the town by posing for a centerfold at the age of 19. But what she'd really wanted was to get a reaction from seriously sexy Noah. Only back then, he hadn't quite known what to do with her, and then the story goes from there. So it is a childhood friends to lovers, it sounds like. I haven't read it. Full disclosure, I haven't read it yet. I need to read this one ASAP. I think you can get this one digitally as well for the Kindle in case you're interested in that. So yeah, there we go. So guys, let me know what you thought about this. Again, I could do one of these every week, but I don't want to bombard you all with too many videos. Like I said, I could probably do a video like 6 videos a week, but I don't want to overwhelm all of you. So do let me know in the comments below. And I am doing the shorts, of course, every morning as well. Those are quick little 1-minute videos and they're just so much fun just to share with you what I'm currently reading. But anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you want me to keep doing these on a weekly basis? I think next week's, or the next one that I would do is B, C, D would be Desire. The Desire books, I think is what would be, no, we'd be going to Dare. We'd be going to the Dare line, the line that's even more explicit than the Blaze line. So anyway, guys, any comments, questions, please post them below. And until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.